Hello and welcome. I'm George Crump, lead analyst with Storage Switzerland. Today we're going to take you through setting up the GridStore NAS appliance. It's a scale-out NAS solution that we've been writing about lately, and now we get a chance to bring it up in the lab. So the first step is to install the GridStore NAS software. Go ahead and get that started. We'll do a complete install here. We can do a custom install, which we'll do later, which allows actually another Windows machine to be part of the grid. Okay, and with that, now we can go. It's an MMC plugin, so we can go over here to our GridStore plugin. Okay, so we've installed the MNC plugin, and you can see that we are ready to go. So we'll come in here, open up the Storage Nodes tab, and it will show us that we have 3 new nodes. We'll go ahead and type in the default gateway, and we will, for right now, we'll disable alerting. We'll come back and enable that later, but we're just going to go ahead and get these guys going. And we'll go ahead and add these all to our pool. So these are the 3 nodes that are going to make up our single scale-out NAS. There are 3 1U boxes. If you're reading the article along with this video, you'll see a picture of that there as well. So with that all set, we'll click Apply. And because we change the name and all that kind of good stuff, we have to wait for the nodes to be configured and come back online. So what happens is first it verifies the gateway, and it sets the time for everything. And now the nodes are going to go ahead and restart for us. Okay. So our nodes are online and running, configured and ready to get going. So our next step is to create a new volume. And we do that by clicking on the storage pool. And here's our volumes command, and if we right click, we can create a new volume. We'll call this volume GridStore vol, and we want to add all the storage nodes to it, so we'll just go ahead and click next. Here we can set our different quotas and things like that. We can also, if we had more than 3 nodes set up, which we will get to later on, we can also change our protection level. For right now, we're just going to do that we can have 1 node fail and still have access to all our data. So we'll go ahead and click next there. Gives us about a 1.3 terabyte volume. And so there we go, our volume is set and ready to go. You can see the status is good. We've got 1.3 terabytes free of 1.3 terabytes, so we're good to go there. And there is our new volume. And so the next step is to connect to it as a client. and it'll ask us what our drive map we want it to be. We'll go ahead and make it drive F. And with that set up, we should be able to go over to computer, drive F, and there is our brand new volume. And we can create a directory called temp for now. We are set up and going. So scale out NAS up and going without reading the manual in about 30 minutes or so, so not too bad. Certainly not bad at all. Next step here is we'll in the coming weeks we'll show you us using the product and how that's working, and we will fill the volume up, add new nodes to the grid, we'll fail a node. So make sure to stay tuned as we go ahead and put the GridStore box through its paces. For now, we're going to go ahead and set off a writer program that's just going to keep writing data to it as long as we possibly can. So thank you again. This is George Crump, lead analyst with Storage Switzerland, and we will keep you updated. Okay, welcome back. Just a quick update. We are now writing data from 2 different Windows servers at the same time to the NASG. Nothing particularly hard or nothing unusual that we wouldn't expect a NAS to be able to handle, but just to show you that it's working. This product called Dummy File Creator, by the way, great product. We use it to create really big files, so this will run essentially all night. So we can test and make sure we're using up capacity and things like that. So you can see we've got it running in a virtual machine here, and then we're remote consoled in over here. And we can also bring up the management interface, and you can see here that we are hitting all 3 nodes pretty well in unison. They're all receiving data simultaneously. We can look at it from a CPU utilization as well, and we can see that the CPUs are busy handling the job at hand. So it'd be interesting also as we add more nodes to see how this parameter changes. So we'll look back and do some comparisons as well. But overall performance is very good. This is actually especially from a NAS perspective, is a pretty hard task to be doing. As you can see, these are fairly large files that are being written, and it'll take generally about 4 or 5 hours to complete the whole process. So anyways, the scale out NAS for mid-range business is doing quite well so far in our labs, and you can count on us to continue to stress it out a little bit. This is George Crump, lead analyst with Storage Switzerland. Thanks again for tuning in, and please stay tuned for continued updates.